Ladies and gentlemen, you're most welcome again to TabbyTalks.com. With you is Pastor Francis. I hope you're doing great. How is your weekend? I hope everything is fine. So, today we are going to look at the list of technological years you can take as a young person who is pursuing a goal in education. This is very important as the world is turning to digital. You also have to think digital. So, did you think of what you can do after your high school or after you go to college? So, we're going to start by looking at some of the careers that can help you succeed in life. To start with, first of all, let's talk about software engineering. Software engineering or software designer is a person who is in charge of designing, coding, and testing software program. These are programs which will run on our mobile phones. These are programs which will run on our computers, personal computers, desktop computers. So, as a software designer, as a software developer, you're a person who will be in charge of, first of all, designing the interface and also writing codes and testing these codes to see if they can run on these devices. So you will be on high market based on the high usage of these devices. Everyone is using mobile phone. Everyone is using a personal computer like a laptop. So when you have a skill, when you have a goal, I mean a career in this, then you'll be on high market. The other thing is about web development. A web developer is a person who will create, maintain, and develop a website. A website, this could be a static or dynamic website. So as you know very well that right now, different institution, organization, profit and non-profit, government, schools, and businesses, they are looking at coming up with website with the aim of marketing and also managing their content or content management. So now, as a person who have the skill in web development, whatever platform you use, whatever language you use, you will be on high demand because you will be needed by this organization. There are many organizations coming up, others which are already established. So, and because of your skill, sometimes even if an organization has a website and they need to upgrade, they need to put in more features. Now it will depend on what you know and what skill you have. You can always go and have the market, you have the thing to do with this organization, and you'll be on high demand. The other good thing about this is that you don't have to be employed, you don't have to be attached somewhere. You can be just contracted and do your project as as a freelancer, and this will give you more money because you have to attach a price by your own. You can say, for me to design this website, for me to come up with this system, I need this amount of money, and there you have you have the power to negotiate. You have the power to ask the kind of money you want. So I would encourage, without wasting time, think about website development. It is something very important. It's something that will change your life. Let's talk about the mobile apps. Mobile apps, of course, we have we have like currently the Android and iOS. That is the common one. So now, a mobile app developer is a person who will come with a program, a mobile application that will run on either Android or iOS. Those are Apple products like iPhone. So now, when you are mobile, now just imagine how many people use phones, how many people use smartphones. Everyone's dreaming of having a smartphone. Even young people who are just growing up, they just want to use smartphones because of their its advantages. So now, if you are now a mobile developer, imagine you now be in charge of all the most of the applications that run on these mobile phones. So now what you do, you will be contracted. Even organizations like e-learning institutions or e-learning platforms, different institutions, even though they may be having website which is a web applications, but then they also need to have a mobile app on the other side so that the people who use mobile phone can also access their services. So now you see that you will be on high demand. The market is so high. What you do, you're just wasting your time, guys. Think about that. then you can go for it and see how it can help you. Let's talk about the data scientist. Did you think about being a data scientist, or did you think about data or big data? Every day we talk about data, we go in the field and collect data. So it's very important to know that once we collect data, the data need to be analyzed. After analysis, we need to come up with models. These models will help the managers make decisions. So a data scientist is the one who is in charge of this. First of all, you analyze data, you will come up with a system that will aim at protecting data, and also do visual, do like data validation, and think of how the data can be validated, and a lot of program, a lot of things you will do with data. So as I encourage you to think about that. That's a good career you can take. It's a good course you can take at the university. Once you have that knowledge, I think everyone will be in need of you. So think about that. Let's talk about cyber security. As everyone goes online, as everyone thinks of digital, of course now we have seen the rate of crimes done online becoming too high, and there's a lot of alarms out everywhere in all institutions, government, non-government organization, profit, non-profit, schools, hospitals, everywhere. People are crying about data theft, data stealing, information is being stolen because of high competition. So now a cyber security analyst is a person who is in charge of protecting systems and networks. Is a person who is in charge of always scanning and finding out new algorithm that will guard, that will protect information within systems. So as a person, as a person who is thinking of coming up, or who is going into technology careers, think about cyber security. It is something very important. It is something that will give you the power to negotiate, the power to command and demand whatever kind of pay you want because of your skills. So think about that. It is something very good. The other thing we talk about is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is now the common word today, based on the infrastructure and where the world is going. Many companies, big companies, are trying to look on the way they can minimize on the manpower, like, because human being can get tired. Human being, they're driven by emotions and all other things. But now companies are trying to look at how they can come up with artificial intelligence program which can act like human being. They have the same intelligence like human being, but they are just programmed. They don't get tired. These are just software programmed machines. So now thinking of going into artificial intelligence is something best you can do right now, because you'll be on high demand. Companies like Microsoft, companies like Google, companies like Tesla, and many others will need you to work with them. And you can also start your own program of coming up with these artificial intelligence programs, and even hardware like robotics. It is something so common. It's something which is developing day and night. So think about that. It is very, very important. The other thing we're talking about is about being a IT project manager. IT, when I talk about that, you may say, now how does this come in? Of course, you know very well, everyone, starting with individual to small startups to big organization, profit and non-profit, government, everywhere you'll find IT project, IT incorporated in whatever thing they're doing. You'll find systems. You have organization have website, organization have a way of managing data. So now our organization will now need someone to manage this sector, IT program, IT sector. So being or thinking of a career of becoming an IT project manager is something good, because first of all, you will get the power. You'll be the one to oversee and coordinate all the technology projects within an organization. You will be the one to oversee. You'll be the one to coordinate. You'll be the one, to to advise the top managers, the CEOs, because even the CEOs, they make decisions based on current the trend in data, the trend in information, monitoring and evaluation of how each and everything, what the data you've collected, what you've processed, the models written, developed. So as a person, as an IT project manager, you'll be you work hand in hand with top directors, the board of directors, the CEO, to advise them on what to do. So it is a good career, it's a good goal. Think about it so that you can pursue it. It's going to give you a stand in the employment market. So let's talk about network administration. And when you talk about network, of course, you need to think of things like network configuration, like the all theory of networking. When I talk about, you need to think of types of network, like local area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network. You need to think of internet. You need to think of clients and servers. You need to think of different architecture layout, topologies and kind of. So now, as a network administrator, you will be the one in charge of all that. You'll be the one in charge of manage and maintain computer networks, systems. You will be employed by different institutions like banks, because banks use networks, hospitals use networks, schools use networks, big organization like UNCR, they use networks, and the government use networks. So you'll be on high demand because you will be employed to manage the networks. You'll be employed to configure all this, to troubleshoot and find in case of any problem. So thinking of having a career in networking is something good that you can think for your future right now. So guys, don't waste time, start on that. The other thing is about database administration. Database administrator is a person, of course, who will also look at how data is collected, how data is saved or stored inside the system, inside the computer system, and then how it is being managed every day. So as a data administrator, of course, you'll be in charge of design and implement and manage database. So here you need to have skills like in maybe Microsoft Access. You need to have skills in Excel. You need to have skills in programming language like Python. You need to have skills in SQL, that's structured query language. You need, there are very many things, there are many platforms you need to use, and different programming languages. And of course, here you'll be on high demand. You'll be high demand by any person, any organization, the good thing with these IT projects, IT goals, you'll be everywhere. You can work anywhere, everywhere, every sector. You will be on high demand. So think about that. What about being a consultant, guys? Those days we used to think maybe it's only the doctors who can be consultant. No, now that has changed. Even IT personnel can be consultant. You can be consultant for anything. You can be a consultant is like someone who is an expert. Your aim is to give an advice. Your aim is to give a solution to a business regarding their technological needs. So as a consultant, think of that. Have a wide coverage of skills, skills in hardware, skills in software, skills in programming, so that whenever a question comes from any angle, you are able to give a solution, you are able to give an answer, and in that you can command the price. You say, hey, maybe for me per hour you have to pay me $100, $200, $50, depending on which problem you are solving. So think of that. It's very good to be a consultant. Because you will give solution that will change the world. You give solution that will help to change lives, and you give solution that will help to bring a positive impact to the communities. So think about that, guys. Then the other thing we can talk about is game development. Of course, games. When I talk of games, this goes into the line of entertainment. Everyone wants to be entertained. We have different ways we get entertained via videos, music, football, like now the cartoons. We have like play games for kids to learn. So as a game developer, you will learn how to develop all these games. You have to know the target group. Like if you're going into children, you learn to program games that will help to educate children. If you're going to maybe like football games and sports, there are games you can program that will help to stimulate like how football is done, how all kind of different modeling and simulation that will go into different sectors. So as a game developer, it is also something good because everyone need to be entertained. That's why you'll be on high demand. So don't waste time. Think about that and start immediately. Then the other thing we're going to talk about is, being a designer, user interface design. Before, when the new versions of Microsoft Windows came, we had the disk operating system whereby, for you to get any program, you have to write the codes. Now, currently, the Windows run on user interface, which is friendly that any person without the IT skills can use. So now, as a person who have a skill, who have the programming, the skills and expertise in designing good interface, you will be needed to come up with this interface which are user friendly. You will be needed by developers of both mobile and the web development, because before they go into the coding level, they have to first start the design the platform. They have to design the interface based on the user needs, and then after that, that's when it is sent to the programming team. So you will work everywhere. So here you need to learn, you need to have a goal, say according to the way I know myself and my desire and my want, I think I can be good at coming up with good design which can really help people. You see, even out there programs, the reason you see like many people like WhatsApp, they like Facebook, they like Instagram. It's not that maybe they have the high technology and other program. Maybe depends on how they were designed. Maybe the interface looks clean and attractive. Maybe WhatsApp is so easy to use. But we may find we have other programs which are better than WhatsApp. So the capability, the usage, and the demand of the program depends on the designer. So as a designer, you will be on high markets. So think about that and see what to do. Then let's talk about the digital market. Did you think that right now the world is changing? Now every person, every business is going online. Like it is now not the other time whereby you had to focus like you set up a shop. Now you focus on the people around you, 1,000, 2,000 people around you. No, we have now billions of people online, and all of these people, of course, they are always looking for certain things. Now people are so wise that trying to come up with online stores so that they can target that wide market online. And we have already big market online like Amazon, we have eBay, we have Walmart, we have Alibaba, so we have already established markets, many of them that you can base on. So now as a digital marketer, you will think on how you can market products. You can use social media, you can use website, you can use other program to market different products, and you'll be paid for that. So guys, it is very important to think about that. If you want to go into marketing, you think maybe you're good in business, then business you can be a promoter, you can be a marketeer, digital marketeer, and you get money. In the next video, I'm going to share with you how you can have the bargaining power, how you can have how you can charge if you're doing maybe as a freelancer, or if you want to be paid like what's the pay list, the salary rate like in the US, Europe and other countries, so that before you go into these sectors, you already know how much you can get, how much you can earn, and what you can achieve at the end of the year. So also think about that. Then we talk about computer systems. Of course, this one, it involves like system for improving the usage of computers, like always monitoring to know the performance of the computer, like how the software, how the memory, how each and everything is working inside your piece. So you can also think of that career of, like someone who studies the architecture, the real design of a computer, both hardware and software, so that you know how each and everything works. I think the other thing is about, of course, robotics. Robotics engineering is also one way you can get money, is one way you can have power into the world of technology. This will involve streamlining the development and operation of processes through automation and the collaboration, coming up with processes, coming up with, robots for various applications, robots which can work in warehouses, robots which can work in big markets or big industries. So when you have this knowledge, this skill, is something which is going to help you to really come up with something very, very important. So as you look at all these careers, of course, there are many others, and I cannot list all of them and finish them. Maybe if you have a question, you can feel free to contact me. My email address, so just go to teptalks.com and send we have a contact form. You can send a message, we shall get you. But what you need to know is that when you go into this, you have to start early, slow but sure. You don't have to give up. Sometimes when you are starting, it's challenging, but when you reach in the middle, you get used and you like it, you feel devoted to it and become addicted to it, and then from there you have to move on. You will have many skills. You will get to know things which other people don't know. You will have skills, you have knowledge on how technology works, how computers work. You have skills in softwares, programming languages like Python, Java, C#, C, SQL, PHP. You have skills in hardware, architecture, how computers are designed, different networking configuration. You will also have skills in business, how business works, how organization works, because you will be coming up with programs which is aiming to solve the problems that business entrepreneurs have thought of. So now it is high time. If you are in lower school, if you are in high school, don't mess up. I encourage you to pick one of career in technology. Go for it. Start early. Get more knowledge. Get anything you want. If you want consultation, Tech Talks will give free consultation. You can contact us. We shall help you to guide you on where to go, how to start, and then everything will be okay. Otherwise, guys, I hope everything has been okay. Let's catch up in the next video. Wish you a good weekend. Love you. See you guys.